said a couple topics. Now it's time for me to ask you. You know what I'm saying? What do you think about the entertainment and music that Detroit is going into today? What do you think the lane is? You know, you think it's moving, excelling, or is it failing? And tell me something about your experiences that you done been through, as far as the raise of hip hop.
Okay, so I started rapping. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I got my first. I got the first black reality show in Detroit.
Right.
So I did it. It was called Who's the Boss. It was a white reality show. Nobody ever talked about that, but I was rapping, going across country, and I started when I was pimp rapping. I was rapping about pimping, and I was really pimping.
Right.
So that's why my stuff was taking off, because wasn't nobody really rapping about pimping that was pimping. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I put it on Al Nuke's show. You was talking about Al Nuke.
Yeah.
I put it on Nuke's show, and then it blew up, and it was going nuts. So I went out of town. I called him to put it back on the show. He was running it anyway because it was going nuts.
Right.
He like, where you at? Where you been at? I'm like, I'm just not meeting this guy. But it's because it was going so viral on his show. You know what I'm saying? And he ran it back, and then right before I got indicted, we had world premiere of my next one. But what happened was I was going heavy with the music, and I met a producer downtown. And I'm like, I had an idea. I'm like, man, what if we take an ex-pimp and have him, you know what I'm saying, have 7 girls go get money, raise money every day, and the winner win, bottom girl, she win $10,000. So I'm talking money to them. Everybody else show up, they just sell commercials. They get a $400 commercial here, maybe $500. I'm talking about doing $700 a day with some females. So anyway, that was good. But when I got on the show, I was actually, even though I had stopped pimping at the time, I got half naked white girls on the show doing damn near a threesome. You got so many, I'm just wilding. I'm still wilding out on TV. I'm not understanding how much power I had at the time.
Right.
Got myself straight indicted. So you know what I'm saying? So anyway, but it was all from my rapping. I came back out. I dropped another CD, a double CD when I came home. Okay. So when I went in there, I had a video did 100,000 views. Back then, 100,000 views was a lot of views. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting in prison and it's going nuts. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, on the West Coast, it's going nuts. Right. So I come home. I said I wanted to separate myself from the pimping. So I was just a whole different brand, everything. Okay. But I wanted to drop one more album from what I learned from so my first album I had dropped was the one that I had the video that was slapping on Al Nuke's thing. It was Memoirs of a Pimp. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Something up all night joint here? Nuke and Night.
Nuke and Night, yeah. Nuke and Night, yeah.
Right.
So that one, I did that album. It was cool. But when I came out, I had learned so much in prison. I evolved and matured, and there was so much of the game I learned, and so much I wanted to put in there for niggas that prison come with this.
It's true.
You might think you slicker than this and that, but prison come with the shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I wanted to put that, and then I put a double CD out, and I kind of left music alone. So then I just make mixtapes and stuff like that. But like the guys now, it's a whole nother monster. We was just local battling and stuff. We'd go out of town and we'd be doing stuff out of town. But now from here, they real life, industry figures. You talking about Sada Baby anywhere in the country. You talking about 42 Doug anywhere in the country. Right. That's like back in the day when they used to talk about Jeezy. They real artists now. They're real artists. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people wouldn't understand the transition of how these people are so big, like T Grizzly. Because this is a new phenomenon. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Where we got real live legendary hip hop figures coming from Detroit, and they've been stealing from us forever. You know what I'm saying? They've been stealing stuff. Boy, you know, all that they've been stealing from us forever. But now we finally getting a chance to kind of stand up and be seen, and then look at the movie industry. I'm gonna transition because I talk about the music a little bit, but I ain't really been in the music in so long. Even though I got connections and all that stuff. Movies, I kind of turned. Once I got out, I went into reality TV because I'm getting out at like 30 something. I didn't want to be a 30-something-year-old rapper trying to pick up a rap career at 30 something. But the reality TV lane was still hot, so I came out. I dropped the Hood Chicks, and then that went kind of nuts for me. But my idea was, I'm just coming out of prison. Let me get these girls, put them in the front, these good-looking girls or these hot girls or whatever, and then I'll be in the mix, and you can see my brand, and then I can come out after that. And that's ended up what happened. I ended up doing a come up because after I was in reality TV, I started seeing these other. My man asked me a question, and I think it kind of derailed my life a little bit, but. He was like, what are you best at? And I'm like, best in the world? Like, really? If you're thinking, like, what are you best in? It's 7 billion people on the world. What you mean, what are you best at? So you know, I was an artist, so I wasn't the best rapper, but I was good. I was really good at music, man. That was a passion of mine.
But is that what the world was saying? Is that what you were saying? Your hood was saying, and everybody you went to was talking about you rapping?
My rapping was getting me where I was going.
Okay.
I made.
Was it the rap game or the pimp game?
My rapping is what made my pimp game what it was.
Okay.
Cause you know I've been rapping since I was 9. You know what I'm saying? So it was tight. That's how I was moving around the world with my rapping. I go out of town, start performing, start knocking females. You know, they coming in. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's why I say I put the stuff on Nuke shit. We had a grip. Boom! I had a quick grip on the shit because it wasn't because just.
Nuke one of the artists I started off with. You know?
Yeah, you told me about it.
We had history, man. You know, I used to help manage them and everything else. You know, so I know by you saying this stuff, it comes dear to me. You know what I'm saying? Because like Nuke, he did the Nuke at Night years later. You know, but a lot of people don't know when Nuke was started his career. You know, he wanted to channel to other stuff. Nuke always been a smart rapper, so he asked me show him how to use a computer. Mm-hmm. From then on, he channeled off on not only just pushing his own music everywhere, but doing movies as well. So everything you're saying is dear to me. You know, we done been in car accidents together. We done been out of town. You know what I'm saying? All type of crazy shit from Philly to New York. You know,
I always get 100 from him. I get real 100 guy from him.
Right.
And then what really first struck me about him is his business.
Yeah, he on his business.
He be on his business.
I
hit him about something with some prices on it. He instantly send me the prices. You know what I'm saying? There's money involved. He's not playing. You know what I'm saying?
He's not playing.
Some people they be like, I'm ready. You ain't got the next step ready. No, they go the next step.
But that comes from, you know, a lot of people not understanding. It's more to the rap game than just being a rapper. You got to be a rapper about your business. You know, if you want longevity with rapping, you got to have a business sense to it. And that could be some of the rappers that never left here, never became a bigger person, like a manager, exec. You know, they kind of stuck here still because they never had the business down pat.
I met a girl recently. She was telling me how she ordered. She got this whole video shot. She had the camera guy come in, videographer. She had all these. She was like, I didn't even know people were going to show up for me because she a female. She not using her power.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now she actually doing some of her friends come around. And it's a nice whole set. And I'm like, well, what you gonna do? She's like, well, he didn't give me the footage or whatever. I'm like, well, what you gonna do with it? She had nothing to do with the footage. She was just gonna throw it up on her timeline. I'm like, so you just spent all this time, energy, money, this organization to get it and throw it on your timeline? You know you can make money with this? It's content. You can pull in fans and sell them stuff. You know,
a lot of people don't believe in themselves. That's an example of somebody don't believe in themselves. If you believe in yourself, you're gonna try to have your business together a little bit, even though it might be a flop. You'll still have your business together. You know,
in case it's not, in case it's flat off, so you can profit from it.
That's true. That's true. Everything you just said make a lot of sense. And, you know, a lot of rappers, you know, they be at their house kind of upset at other rappers, but you can't be upset at the next rapper because he had his business together. You know, your team was not the team that moved with you. Find one that will.
See, so let's just go back to my man asking me what I'm best at.
Right.
So when I see, just real quick, when I see, when I'm in reality TV, I see these guys doing these hood movies.
Right.
At the time, I wasn't even thinking about no hood movies because I'm trying to do I'm thinking that when I'm doing this higher caliber because it's reality TV, it's all this organization stuff too. I'm dealing with the networks and all that stuff. Comcast, I produce for Comcast and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So then I seen these guys out there, they laying on the ground with a little bitty camera. They don't know what they doing, but I took one of my females over there and I'm like, go get in that movie because they didn't really have no girls. She get right in the movie. Now they had a script. The fact that they had a script, she was more involved in what they had going on than the reality show because of the script made it feel powerful. Everybody walking around with this script, right? I'm like, what? So, but I asked her later, like, how much that script y'all end up using? Oh, we ain't even use none of it.
Because the script still gave her some type of boundary. Like, I got to stick to a certain place they want me to stick to. I'm going to brief over this, but if they still tell me to do me, I'm going to still do me, but with this in regards.
They didn't even use the script. They just started freestyling. But the fact that they had, what I learned from it, because reality TV is loosely scripted, so we might not have a script, but we got a direction.
Yeah, direction.
And then it's organized. It was a lot more organized what I was doing.
Right.
But the fact that he had that script made it feel more professional and more authoritative because they had sat back and put together a script. And the fact that it was in physical form, I'm like, little stuff.
So tell me, the next one you shot, you had a fucking script, didn't you?
Yeah, the next thing I shot, I had a script. And then I got right off in the movies. I started shooting a movie, and then I'm like, this is when you was talking about putting yourself and investing in yourself.
Yeah.
I ran and spent 35 racks on the come up, and then I kept investing in the come up. I'm about 70, 80 bands into the come up, investing in myself. But then he was like, what are you best at? When I seen him doing that, and they doing way more views than I'm doing on this. I'm doing 60, 70,000 views on video.
Well, they on a million.
He's doing. One nigga had 1 million views already.
Yeah.
1 million?
Of course.
I'm doing 70,000. I'm doing all this work.
Let's figure this shit out.
This nigga laying on the ground with the camera. No, we doing movies now. My first movie was #1 on YouTube for 4 months. The come up was #1 for 4 months, and then I dropped Hood Chicks. It was #1 and 2. I had the #1 and #2 movies. Right. My first 2 movies out the gate. You see what I'm saying?
See, what you saying is what a lot of people would envy. You know, the average dude from the hood or Detroit inner city would have said, fuck this nigga, baby, let's go on here. He don't know what the fuck he doing. But by you being a person of interest that's willing to revolve and to change your game, you took his game and married it with yours and made you a bigger figure. Mm-hmm. And now that chick you with, she probably looking at you to the day like, you changed my motherfucking life. Mm-hmm. Not knowing that you done married all that shit in and everybody else, extra power and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But it takes that. It takes that to make a better person. Mm-hmm. You know, which a lot of people don't understand. I done had to do that a few times. I done had to take the back road. You know what I'm saying? I ain't just become Joe the Boss. Joe the Boss and took many back roads, many fallbacks, many shutting the fuck up when I'm in the studio and paying attention before I became one of him. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But it takes that of a real person, a real man, person, human being. You know, just in case they, you know, they be like, I'm a female. Why you? Well, a human being, period. Mm-hmm. To sit back and look at what's going on instead of trying to analyze it and make it yours immediately. Oh, I know what he's doing. Oh, come on, let's go. I already know what he's doing. Mm-hmm. Now you're like, oh, no, let me see what he's doing.
I got a whole thing about.
What's he doing?
I got a thing about haters and hit makers.
Right.
I'm like understanding the difference between a hater and a hit maker could be the defining thing of your career.
True.
Because you could fuck around with a hater.
Yeah.
And like, so say we putting something together.
Yeah.
And we knowing it's gonna do millions of views already. So we'd get a host to come in and host it, right? Yeah. So we'd be bringing in a host, and it'd be a hater telling her not to do it.
That's right.
But don't have nothing else for her to do.
At all.
But we really serious about to do millions of views with our stuff.
Yeah.
And then they'll talk them out of it, but hey, I say, well, what hits do they have?
Nothing.
Go look at some people will have like a minuscule hit, like a little, but like what? Okay, is it a hit? Did anybody know about it? It's okay, it has some views on it, but does anybody know about it? Is it a real hit?
I look at people today that do what you saying that won't even have a neighborhood, 1 block hit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's sad because, you know, today, if your block or your hood ain't hollering your song, don't come to me. Mm-hmm. Don't come to Shay. Mm-hmm. It ain't gonna make a difference in our world. Go to them to make a difference. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people are scared to go to their own peers. If you're scared to go to your own peers, you don't need to fuck with us. Because we're going to your peers first. We trying to get your hood to support you first. Am I right?
When I thought Black Hollywood, when I came with Black Hollywood, it was off the fact that I'm coming from. I formed Detroit Reality TV myself to do reality shows. Right. So when I got into movies, it didn't make sense. I'm like, well, what am I? So I come up with Black Hollywood because Hollywood bullshit. They not letting. I went to a cast. It was a filmmakers thing in Royal Oak. Okay. And so I'm a director. So I'm in there as a director. Most other people in there like actors and stuff like that. So they already surprised I'm black and they say director on my card. This was back a little while ago. I guess now it's a lot more black directors. Yeah. But so I'm up there. They got all these tables around the thing. So all these movie places got this sheet where you could go write if you want to be in a movie. You just write your name on the sheet under the role you want. Right. I went to every table in a place. Neither one of them had a role for a black person like me. Not one in the whole building had a role for a black person like me.
Wow.
But my projects, I'm featuring all hood niggas.
Right.
So now I'm like, it's really not a big platform for them to come. So this platform that I got, even though it may not be huge, I was able to take people and elevate them to a place to where they could get the type of recognition that they could springboard with their brand.
Right.
One nigga in my movie, he was in Empire. This nigga's like, I'm in Empire. His whole claim to fame, he was in Empire. He was in the back on one scene. You gotta pause that motherfucker real quick and move the other nigga over. You gotta shift the screen and zoom that bitch up like that is that nigga right there.
Right.
But then when you get in my project,
$50 roll.
I don't know, ain't no telling how much you make for the role. But when you get in my project, even though it ain't seen by as many people, you the star in it. They see you now you get to act, your friends get to see you. You know what I'm saying? It's a different thing.
So did he take you putting him in that role as a supportive executive decision, or did he see it as he's still bigger than the movie?
Well, you know, as artists, we all got real good, healthy egos.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's hard. For us in the come up, it's hard to be bigger than the come up because it had so many celebrities in it. It's like, are you bigger than Carl Payne? He's a legend. He was with Bill Cosby. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, he was on Martin. That's from Detroit. True. For us to have Carl Payne, that's a Detroit sweetheart. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Right. Are you bigger than Carl Payne? Are you bigger than Martell Lane? He a legend. You know what I'm saying? I used to call him the Denzel with hood movies. You know what I'm saying? Before he passed. You bigger than him? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, cut it. You bigger than Spanky Hayes? Spanky, like a lot of people, I don't know if they know it, but Spanky was like real integral in the beginning birthing of that whole funny part of Wild 'N Out.
That's true.
He was big in that. You know what I'm saying? So what happened with that is they switched over and started getting all of the influencers for cheaper. They was able to get influencers with more followers on the internet for cheaper. So that's what started switching all the game up. He was getting way bigger checks from them at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Know what? I had noticed that the movie game had switched to internet, not Instagram influencers, TikTok people, Twitter people. I noticed that it started switching very fast. Because I'm saying, hold on, this dude is from Detroit, but he just did a show on his, on Instagram with 50,000 views. Mm-hmm. Now he's in almost every big movie. So the internet did take over in that sense. You know what I'm saying? They wanted TikTokers, they wanted Instagrammers, you know what I'm saying? Everybody went viral, holler at them basically. You know what I'm saying? I think they even had a scout that was calling, getting people. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we went through about 2 different times where all we were was tuned into the internet. COVID time.
Mm-hmm. COVID big. Just turned into the internet. I thought my checks would be bigger. I'm like, man, my distributors, my distribution company people, I got 2 distribution deals. Right. I'll be like, where is my money? You know what I'm saying?
COVID, everybody at home watching the Instagram and TikTok all day. Mm-hmm. You got to think about all these stars that came out of that time. Mm-hmm. They on TV.
Mm-hmm. Another thing that happened, man, like I get to see my numbers. I get to see other people's numbers and stuff.
Right.
So some people that make hood movies, they make about $100,000 every 4 months, every 3 months, every quarter. They make about $100,000, which is you can make about $400,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? But most people making like 1,000, 2,000, and stuff like that.
So are those people in your eyes that say they're going viral? Some 1,000, 2,000 people? Are they literally pulling up to you saying, "Man, I'm viral out here, man. Go check my Tubi numbers. Go check my."
You can't really check Tubi numbers. That's the scheme. Okay. You got everybody with this stuff on Tubi,
right?
But you ain't no how many views and that. But if you on my same distribution company, they got a sheet of everybody in their numbers and how much money you make.
Is it people capping?
Most people capping. Almost everybody making less than 5, 6, 7 grand a month. I mean, every quarter. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on.
But the top niggas is making 100,000, but that's not a lot of money.
How much you just say, bro?
Like 6, 7 grand.
Man, motherfuckers told me somebody made 1.2 million in 4 months off Tubi.
See, so what I'm gonna say that is it's a possibility.
How? Explain it. Keep it real. So we this to come up. We gotta explain everything to people. That way they ain't twisted up in this bullshit. Tell your story about how this shit could be manipulated. Go ahead.
So I don't know exactly how I could be manipulated. I know how. If I knew how to manipulate it, I have $1 million right in my pocket right now. Right in my joint.
Hey, baby, on this show we trying to get a sauce too. You know, you see how I just trying to tell a little something. You know what I'm saying? All right, cool.
You feel me? But the way it worked though is, but when niggas watch your shit, ads come in just like on TV, and however many ads you got, they give you a check for how many times the ads run. So if a bunch of people watching your shit at the same time, your check just be bigger. So it could be like everybody watching the nigga shit at one time. But what I was saying with when the amount of people that's on there was all watching one thing, it turned into $100,000.
That's it.
You see what I'm saying? But you know, more people flooding the Tubi. You never know. In my distribution company, on the sheets that I've seen, I've never seen over 130 something thousand. Price of Love with what's his name? I don't know if I can say it. I ain't gonna say his number. But it was over. I forgot.
This is the come up.
But it's look.
This to come up.
You look. It's
a lot of people at home.
We can't
they want to come up.
We can't do it. And see, I might fuck my deal up. Hell no. But point being, it was over 100K. The Price of Love shit did over 100K.
100,000.
Yeah, over 100K. Yeah, in a quarter, in 3 months, and then I seen that
months.
PPP loan gone.
100,000 in 3 months. So he said the PP loan is gone.
Yeah, that did over 100
during PPP.
That did over 100 grand
during PPP, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But those is like the biggest ones. Those that ain't normal.
Right.
Normal is way down here.
Let me announce, we out the PPP. It's back to normal shit. We reverse back to normal
outside,
shit.
everything.
Right.
You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, man.
Yeah, so I don't know if you're making $1 million on there. I don't know, like the Dirty D, they said they did over $1 million. I can't say they didn't because it's such a big culture shifting project.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like my shit was culture shifting.
Yeah,
They shit literally was culture shifting because they done took some power type of shit that's on a huge major network and was able to accomplish it with a way lower budget and some people you don't even know on Tubi. You know what I'm saying? So ain't no telling how many people that went in to watch that. So I would have to see it, but nobody on any of our shit did anything over 100.
Just in case I don't know, the Dirty D is from Detroit. It's an independent film, and it's on Tubi, and it's with his distributor.
It's not. So I can't see their number.
Oh, it's not.
So I don't know what they made, but it's a series on Tubi.
It's from the D. But at the end of the day, can we say that we got Tyler Perry money coming through Detroit?
Nah, man. Detroit one of the poorest big cities in the country. So the money not circulate. So this is why I try to tell artists.
Right.
I'm like, man, it's a such thing, and I almost call it free money. Because you could create a piece of content, and instead of trying to run right around your area where ain't nobody got money, you could promote it to where people got money at, and then benefit from the people that got money coming into your following and spending with you.
So, no matter how much you're doing for your hood, basically, that don't mean they're going to buy shit from you. You be repping PA, Brightmoor, 61714142. That mean they're going to buy anything from you?
Not if you don't have no proper sales process. You got to have a process for niggas to come. You got to have a way for niggas to come.
But ain't that the process you putting on your records? You representing yourself?
That ain't enough. When I had put the come up out, I was fucking with the description. So at first it was doing 100,000 views a day.
Right.
100,000 a day. And I tried to be greedy and I changed the description and put my PayPal link in there. And then when it came down and then it stopped, like you could see my growth chart like this and then it did like this. Boom, and I fucked it up. So it was like this. So, but what I did, I'm like, fuck, I fucked it up. Now what do? I'm like, man, 500,000 people just seeing my stuff. I need to be able to get back to those 500,000 people.
Right.
Connect with them. And now I'm a celebrity to them. Let me endorse some stuff. Let's try to sell the shoes to them. Let's try to sell the shoes. You know what I'm saying? The info products or how to order shit from China. You know what I'm saying? That's how I was monetizing. People like, how you make money? You got pirated music on there. It's on YouTube for free. I got a strategy. You know what I'm saying?
True.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to pull all the people that like it into a group and then network with these people about supporting this brand.
Right. So at the end of the day, did you benefit more from the product of the movie?
I benefited more from the movie. The movie opened way more doors.
Yeah.
It's still open doors to this day. This podcast is a door open from the movie.
Right, true.
You know what I'm saying?
True. It's a non-stop. it's a nonstop, a rotating force. And like sometimes when you build a baby, no matter how much you grow it up, it's always gonna remember the infant stage of it.
And it's always your baby.
Yeah.
So like I come out of prison. Now I come out of prison with a video that just did 100,000 views.
Right.
So now I'm able to use this video from 5 years ago to pull some people in to do hood chicks because I got credibility because I got a video with 100,000 views. Now I got 250,000 views on the book. What my street mentor told me, he was like, yeah, man, look how we still able to eat off that one video 5, 6, 7 years later. And it ain't just necessarily a check coming in the mail from it.
Right.
It's how we able to capitalize off of the value of it. You see what I'm saying?
That's true. Yeah, me myself, I totally admire, everything that you're talking about because I know it's proof in the pudding. It's you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You did it. So a lot of people that's gonna come on our show is gonna have to really be a show and prove state.
Mm-hmm. Show.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, show and prove state. And they can't just come on the show just with talk, just to come up. We basically giving the sauce.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If they sauce ain't working right, shit, who knows? We might have a link to help them out, right? Mm-hmm. At the bottom of the YouTube.
For sure.
Yeah, because that's what we're going to do. We're going to do the come up.
It was something that popped in my head we was talking about earlier.
Right.
So, we was talking about like the no-fly zone. And I remember this. I remember this incident. I don't know if you remember this.
Tell me about it, man. Tell me about it.
A certain Detroit rapper.
Okay.
Got pretty much roughed up, stomped out. They done took his shoes off.
Talking about St. Andrews?
St. Andrews, you know what I'm talking about? Royce
I
the
know.
5'9". Royce the 5'9".
Okay,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I heard they didn't take his shoes off, everything. And
man.
it was like right in the alley on the side of the thing, you know what I'm saying? But it's no-fly zone, so let's just go in the no-fly zone a little bit.
Okay, sometimes, it's a no-fly zone. But if you disrespecting your own fellow rappers around you, the D, sometimes you get handled just like it's a no-fly zone. Like for real.
The no-fly zone was vicious.
Man,
I remember it. It was like, bro, it was like countrywide vicious. Like you coming to Detroit, it's a no-fly zone.
You gonna get your ass.
Maybe you can check on in. Call Trick.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right, gonna get robbed.
Yeah, it's cool.
No, but at the end of the day,
it was for a purpose.
I had a bar during this time, right? So a lot of artists from the D, they'd come to me and say, hey man, look, I want to perform at your bar. No problem. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no problem. But if it was an artist from out the state, I'm like, hey man, just call Big Homie. My security was Goon Squad. Mm-hmm. So they immediately called. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, man, they want to come to Pontiac and do this show. You know what I'm saying? And, Trick, like, yeah, man, hey, this got to be done. And they got to do a feature with an artist from Detroit. That's basically what it was. Mm-hmm. They just come to this motherfucker, get 50 to 100,000 and not do one feature, not support no artists from there or sign artists. Mm-hmm. A lot of artists was not getting signed, no deals, no nothing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They're doing us like no Vaseline coming to this bitch. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Come straight in, picking up their bag, and it's going straight the fuck out.
Mm-hmm. No, and that's just, and then, because the understanding of it is right. Artists make money from their fan support, but so like when an artist come to a venue to perform, the reason they get paid so much because all of those people is they fans that they done brought into this building. Yeah. But like these fans, this money is the money that goes to this town. Yeah. So now you got this artist come in, pull all the people in, pull all the money out the town that could have went to some artists in the town, but they pull it in and then they dip out of town with all the cheese. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So the no-fly zone was to pretty much regulate some of that.
I mean, if it wasn't that then, it wouldn't be us now. Mm-hmm. Because it just bullied the whole situation. Mm-hmm. That happened and then gave us the root and the route of us saying, all right, cool, we got Detroit artists featured with this person, featured with that person. They did songs with this person, that person. They got signed to this label, that label. That woke labels up. They said, God damn, we got to start signing these motherfuckers. Mm-hmm. We're getting too many artists fucked up. We can't even go to that bitch. You know what I'm saying? We just missed $200,000 for this person just to perform because We just got an announcement, but they ain't letting us in this bitch.
I want to back up a little second.
Right.
They said they took the glasses off the nigga when they was beating him up and unstraightened him. He had some yays on and shit.
Yeah,
he put them on like, what up, though?
Oh,
I don't laugh at that kind of
man,
stuff.
but you know,
that's what I heard, though.
I'm gonna be honest. You know, a lot of people ask me about that lane. Let me go ahead and say it.
No, but even
Let me go ahead and say it. Okay. Was Oak Park considered Detroit rappers? Nah. Not at all. Was a Warren rapper considered Detroit rappers? Nah, not at all. Okay, so at the end of the day, did they come over and record and do songs with us and blend in and everything? They did. They did. They really did, because no other city besides Detroit had any type of hip hop scene. Rap scene, R&B scene, period. Mm-hmm. We Motown. We been had this in our roots. You know what I'm saying? Half the people that was recording and doing music, doing beats, was part of the Motown family. They had their own studios in their basements.